Good morning, all. Welcome back to Code Affair. Today we are going to discuss about the famous interview question that is call. Okay, let me write it. Call, apply, and bind. Let's see uh, what are the why how it's actually work. Okay, so let's start with some example, and during that example, I'll explain what it actually does. Okay, so before get any delay, let's get started. Okay, suppose there is a one object with the name. Okay, so let me. Okay, so this is the object name. Okay, the first name code after last name appears, and there is a print function. Okay, so let me print what it actually print. Okay, and that is name dot print name. Okay, okay, okay. Let's run it. Okay, okay. Let me correct it. Name is wrong. Okay, now run it. Now we are getting code efforts. Okay. So suppose there is another object that is constant name 2. Okay. Okay. Suppose there is no any function. Okay. So what we can do that we can borrow the print function from the first function. Okay. So how can we do that? Okay. Let's see how can we do that. So by it is also known as a function borrowing. This concept is, and let's see how can we implement it. Okay. So first of all, we have to write name dot print full name. Okay. Dot. Okay. And now we have to write call. Okay. So now I have to specify the object. Okay. So let me specify the object. Okay. So once we specify the object name to, now this keyword, right? Okay, so this link to this object. Okay, so let's see what we were getting in output. Okay, now we are getting JavaScript. Okay, so most of the time generally this function not inside any function, we can keep this function outside. Okay, and now we have to remove it from here and remove this line too. Okay, and now we have to remove this object too. Okay, now if we print that, and it will showing that error. Okay, what error we are getting? Okay, we have to, okay, and we have to const, okay, full name, and let's see. Okay, now we are getting JavaScript. Okay, okay, okay. Suppose we using the call method, suppose if we pass a multiple argument to this person, so how could we achieve that? Okay, suppose we have to pass multiple arguments. Suppose there is a one argument called source, and another argument is called income. Okay, and we have to display it source, and another is income. Okay, so how we could pass the multiple argument in it? Okay, so here we have to pass the source would be YouTube. Okay, and let me define the income, and that would be around $255. Okay, so let's see the output how it actually work. Okay, now the JavaScript, YouTube, and income. Okay, so let's discuss about the what is apply. Okay, and I'll tell you what is the exact difference between. Okay, actually both are the same, but there is a difference between while we passing the argument. Okay, so dot call, sorry, that would be apply, and we have to bind the object, the first object name, and here we have to define the income, not individually. Here we have to define the income within the arrow. Okay, so here we have to define the Twitter, and the second argument would be the dollar, the income we are getting, and let's describe this what 10,000. Okay, so let's see how it actually work. Okay, now if you see that code affairs Twitter and 10,000. Okay, so call and apply are both are the same, but the difference is that the passing of argument, that is YouTube, and that is the passing of argument, here we are sending argument individually, but here we are sending argument within array. Okay, so let's discuss about what is bind. Okay, so generally whenever we have to write this line, that will execute it then and there. Okay, but in case of bind, we can save that uh, output for later purpose. So how can we achieve that? Let's display const print later. Okay, now we have to define the whole function here. Okay, or here we have to pass the individual. Okay, so we have to pass Facebook, and we have to define the income could be हो सकता है that is uh, like $1 lakh. Okay, so if we execute it, it is not giving me any output. Okay, it's giving an, okay, let me check what would be the error. Okay, okay, sorry, my bad. It would be the argument must be inside an array. Okay, so we have to keep it inside the array. Let's run the program, and here we have to write find. Okay, so run it. But if you observe that here we are not getting anything regarding Facebook and 10,000 $1 lakh. So what we can do that we particularly save this output in print later, and if you wanted to print that output, what we can do that just call that function, and just call that function, and if you run it, so now we are getting the proper output. That is, okay, here is, we are getting something wrong with that. Okay, okay, let me do the, actually I have done something wrong. Let me check. Okay, sorry for my bad. It would be not inside any array function. It must be at individual argument, because last time we are getting error because we have mentioned here apply. That's why we are getting error. Okay, so in case of bind, we have to pass the object through which we are going to bind, and we have to pass the individual argument like this. Okay, now we have to run it, and we can see that there is the output code of as Facebook and $1 lakh. So I hope that you will get a clear idea about the bind, call, and apply. Okay, basically let me recap all those things. Basically call and apply are the same thing, and just the difference is that the passing the argument, in case of call we just pass the argument individually, and in case of apply we have to pass the argument with the help of array. Okay, or in case of bind, generally we have to save the output for later purpose, and we are not going to print any output then and there, and we have to keep the output for later use. Okay, here we can see that we are printing the output for later. Okay, that's all from today's session. I hope you will get a clear idea about bind, call, apply. Generally it is used to bind any outside function, and generally it will reduce your code, and you can utilize your uh, existing function whenever you want. So I hope I'll try to clear most of your doubt, and if you find any doubt regarding this topic, you can comment down, and I'll try to answer all of those. Okay, so thank you for watching, and if you like the video, please do subscribe, and please do like this channel, and that actually give me motivation, and so that I can keep loading this kind of video on always. That's all. Bye, take care.